Okay, and we are live. ¿Qué tal, amigos? Stuart here from Spain Speaks with this evening's live stream. It is 7:30 p.m. on Sunday, the 23rd of June. And today, as always, we're going to look at some of the main stories that have caught my attention over the last couple of days or so. We'll also go into the comment section and check out what is happening there, check out some comments that have been left on the channel in recent times. And as always, into the chat section in the second half of this evening's live stream to see what's going on in that chat section. So stay tuned for that around, as I said, the second half of this evening's live stream. Straight into the news, and as we know, Mr. Milei from Argentina, the president of Argentina, visited Spain last week. He came to Madrid to receive a medal, and of course a controversial visit again from this gentleman. As we can see here, Milei escorted and honoured by Madrid President Ayuso with veiled criticisms of Pedro Sánchez. "Don't let socialism ruin your life," he said. Javier Milei, president of Argentina, did not disappoint on his second visit to Spain in just a month. This time, he was accompanied by the president of Madrid, Isabel Díaz Ayuso, who awarded him the International Medal of the Community of Madrid, the official reason for their meeting at last. Milei, the new icon of the international right side of politics, seized the opportunity to once again lash out against Pedro Sánchez's government. With the diplomatic crisis with Spain still unresolved, Peluca, or wig wearer as he is known, took advantage of his speech to deliver a masterful lesson in economics, defending liberalism and criticising socialism, which he labelled as a monstrous aberration. So there we go, Mr. Milei, not holding back on his words, saying don't let socialism ruin your life in Spain, of course, and other countries around the world where this type of government, this social democratic government, is in power, and calling it, as we can see here, a monstrous, if I can get that word out, aberration. So Mr. Milei, as I said, not mincing his words in Madrid on Friday. And I think today he's in Germany meeting with the German president, I think. Second piece of news. The hell of living in Ibiza. Workers in caravans and rooms for €1,000 a month. Just around the corner from IKEA, in an open-air car park, is his caravan. The place is called Esgorge. Excuse me. And from here you can see the beautiful silhouette of the old part of Ibiza at sunset with its castle at the top. At this time of day, less than 5 minutes away by car, there is already a queue of beautiful people dressed to party to get into the trendiest nightclub, Leo. He, who prefers not to give his name because he is embarrassed, leans against the tree next to the caravan and tells his story, which is a bit like the story of everyone who lives in this car park. "I am 37 years old. I work in the maintenance of a luxury villa owned by English people. I earn between €1,500 and €1,800 a month, depending on overtime, with a valid contract. I've been on the island since 2017. I like it, but since February, when I lost my house because they raised my rent, I can't find anything that suits me. They're asking €900 or €1,000 for a room per month." So the hell, the nightmare of living in Ibiza. Workers that just can't afford to live there. They like living there, but they just can't afford to do it because they're only getting paid between €1,500 and €1,800 a month. And they have to fork out nearly 3/4 of that, €1,000 a month in rent. So a conundrum, a bad situation, a difficult situation for some workers on the island of Ibiza that are not earning big salaries and are being basically pushed off the island because of those high rental prices. And that person there being kicked out of his home, as he puts it, because they raised the rent. He lost his house when the rent was raised. And the final piece of news here, combating tourism phobia this summer. Combating tourism phobia. This summer, when you feel irritated by the tourists, remember that they are contributing to paying off your debt. tourism phobia is returning as the most popular destinations are becoming overcrowded post-pandemic. The recovery of tourism after the pandemic has made life in these regions as uncomfortable as it was before COVID-19. During those times of annoyance, there's a solution. Think about how those tourists are paying off your debt and that of your neighbours. In fact, they are contributing to the debt relief of all residents in Spain. So finally, some sense from the Spanish press. There's a mistake here because it wasn't Antena 3 where I saw this, it was El Confidencial, so I apologise for that. But finally, some sense to all of this anti-tourism sentiment around the country. Be quiet, because remember, they're paying off the country's debt, and the Spain's economy is going well at the moment thanks to, above many things, tourism. So say thanks instead of complaining that it's ruining your life because of the debt that has been racked up over the years by governments in this country trying to satisfy the needs of people here. So remember, when the tourists are sitting down and maybe you can't get a table, say thank you. Thank you for helping to pay off the debt. So some sense finally. And when you go to a beach like this, say thank you because they're paying off your debt. Comments. Next one here from Graham. Love the show. I've recently moved here from the UK after marrying a Spanish lady and have just got my Spanish residency. My life has totally changed for the better with my new extended family here. Once again, love the show. Keep up the good work. Thanks, Graham, for that. Hope all is going well in Spain with your move here and your Spanish wife, who brought you down with her, obviously, to start your married life down here. So I hope all goes well, and good to see that you are enjoying your life in this country. Not sure where you are, but let us know in a future comment if you like. One here from Phil. I live in Ireland, and I pay to see the sun. Yes, Phil, many people do pay to see the sun. If you live in a country like Ireland, or the United Kingdom, or the Netherlands, or Germany, or Sweden, or Denmark, or Norway, or basically anywhere in the European Union that's not the South, you have to pay to see the sun. And that's what people do. They pay money to come here, whether it be in February, whether it be in summer months, spring, autumn, winter, whenever. You're paying to see the sun because here, Spain guarantees sun in the majority of the country. Of course, if you go to the north, you will probably get ripped off if you paid to see the sun because you might not see it in Galicia or Asturias or Cantabria. But south of Madrid, I would say, or even in some of the Castilla y León, there are some towns that have those cold winters but sunny winter days, and that's what people like. Thanks for that. Another one here from user. Hi Stuart, just like to thank you for all your hard work and all the information. I have learnt so much about the politics of Spain through you. Always look forward to your chats. Once again, thank you. Keep up the good work. Thanks user for that. Good to see that you like the content that I put out. Many people do, of course. Some people don't, but of course, each to their own. And as we can see here, learning about the politics of this country, which I think is important. Because if you're going to live in Spain, you want to know what's going on. And one of the reasons that I started a channel like this was to keep people informed about what was happening during the difficult times of COVID when I started this type of broadcast. And people seem to like it. So I've continued, and people like to keep up with what's going on, know about possible changes that could affect their lives when it comes to different things. Change of political parties, different points of view, all of those things that go on. I remember meeting people when I went down to the Costa Blanca many, many years ago. I met a gentleman, and I said, how long have you been living in Spain? He said, I've been living here 10 years. And I said, do you speak Spanish? He said, no. I said, how do you know what's going on? He says, I don't. I live in my little world down here. I don't care what's going on in Spain. And I thought, that's a little bit narrow-minded. Maybe you should want to know what's going on. Maybe there are some things that you need to know about living here. But that wasn't his opinion. But I imagine lots of people do like to know what's going on, and this channel is one of the ways that information can get out there. Thanks for that. Another one here from Karen. Hi Stuart, how come you call certain parties right-wing and never calling the Marxist Party left-wing? Karen, thanks for the comment. Obviously a short-term viewer of the channel, because if you've been following the channel for a while, Karen, you will know that I go hard at both sides of politics. People accuse me of this, they accuse me of that because they don't like a certain thing that I say. And it is true that I do use the word far right or extreme word, or that expression far right or extreme right nowadays, because of the influence that it's having in politics here and also in other European countries. But I've gone hard on the left. I've called Podemos an extreme left party. Just listen. Watch the videos. Listen to what I say. Sumar, I've been critical of that party as well. I criticise both sides. I don't care. I don't care. I don't have a flag in my hand for one side of politics. I'm not one of these people that's just waving the flag whenever somebody speaks because that's what they want to hear. No. I try to go hard on both sides. It's just the way it is. So thanks, Karen. But as I said, stay tuned and you might see the difference. Patek, is it really the VAT that's preventing consumers to buy olive oil? Or is it just corporate greed, like the price of everything else? Well, it's not VAT that's preventing people from buying olive oil, Patek, because olive oil is set at 5% VAT. So it's not a huge influence on the price, the VAT. If it was 21%, I would say yes, because obviously that would be a fifth of the price, would be that. But it's not. It's 5% being slashed to 0%. The problem is that there's been a bad harvest the last couple of years. Not a lot of olives being picked or in conditions to be turned into oil, which means that demand is high, supply is low. So that's what it all comes down to. Drought conditions in the part of Spain where the majority of olives are grown. And of course that's had an effect on the market, and that's why people are paying high prices. Should the government have scrapped VAT on oil a long time ago? Probably. And then you wouldn't have more than 1 million households struggling to buy the product and their diets changing as a result. Because here, olive oil, very, very important for the Spanish average Spaniard's diet. They don't know how to cook with other things. Maybe they might start frying with another type of oil, but the food won't taste the same, and they're not getting the same value in their diet as they would get with the healthy olive oil, which is around 10 euros a litre in supermarkets. The supermarket brand, 10 euros a litre. And if you want to get a brand label olive oil, you're paying 13, 14 euros. That's a lot of money for a litre of oil. So it's not VAT the issue, it's just the factors around the making of the olive oil. One here from Alan, olive oil should always been zero rated. Exactly. In the UK, there is no VAT on any cooking oils. I'm surprised the Spanish have tolerated this for so long. Well, Alan, the Spanish tolerate a lot of things that wouldn't be tolerated in other countries. I'll say that right now. They put up with a lot of CRAP, if I've spelt that correctly, SH1T, or SHIT, if you want to say it that way. So they put up with a lot of that, unfortunately. When it comes to things like this, there's no one hitting the streets complaining about the price of olive oil, as far as I know. They're complaining about tourists, they're complaining about the amnesty in Catalonia, but no one's complaining about olive oil. So the government just says, well, no one complains, who cares? And then the data comes in saying that 1 million plus families can't afford to buy it, diet's been changed, having a negative effect most likely on their health. The government reacts, but probably too late. But anyway, Steve-O, which is hotter? Southern Spain in the summer of Western Australia? I'm guessing Perth receives... which is hotter, Southern Spain in summer or Western Australia? I'm guessing Perth receives a decent onshore breeze from the ocean. Yes, Steve-O, it does. It's called the Fremantle Doctor. Comes in virtually every day in summer at around 11 a.m, maybe 11:30, sometimes midday. But it comes in, and when it comes in, it blows hard. It's a very, very strong wind. In fact, you can't go to the beach after 12 midday many, many days. Well, of course you can go, but you're going to get sand in parts of your body that maybe you don't want sand, because the sand there blows up in your face. And forget about trying to put a towel down on the sand, because that's going to blow away as well. So that's how windy it gets. But it does keep the temperatures down. And when there's no sea breeze, anyone from Perth or Western Australia will tell you that it's a hot place. It is a hot place, and when you combine that with the amount of flies that are there and other insects buzzing around and annoying you, it's pretty uncomfortable. But here in Spain, in the coastal area, Steve, it's a humid heat that we don't have in Perth because the wind gets rid of the humidity. But Malaga, when it's 35 degrees Celsius, unbearable. So in fact, some of the most uncomfortable summers I've spent in recent years have been in those hot, humid coastal parts of the country. Here it gets hot, nighttime temperatures, yes, but it's dry, so it's bearable. But Perth hot, a lot of parts of Spain hot. So take your pick, basically. Now into the chat I'm going to go. Before I go there, James and Kathy sent a picture in today from Cabo Roge. The moon there coming up over the ocean or the sea. Thanks for that. Nice Mediterranean shot down there in Alicante, I think it is, Cabo Roge. Thanks for that, guys. And if you've got a similar picture you would like to see on the backdrop, the email address is this one here, spainspeaks@gmail.com. So feel free to send your messages through to that address, or pictures, or whatever you've got to send me. Feel free. And I'll try to get back to you. I can't always guarantee it, but I'll try. So thanks, guys, for sending that one through. Like icon also going on the screen. If I can find it here. There we go. Like icon also on the screen. So hit the like button if you haven't done so. Currently at 51 likes are we. So if you hit the like button, we'll see if we can get up to a decent tally today as far as likes are concerned. Also to people that have supported the channel, whether it's through the super thanks. I just saw a super thanks come through from Marcus. I'll get to that in a minute. Whether it's buying me a coffee. Some people bought me a coffee the other day. Andrew and Wendy, thank you very much, guys, for that. In fact, it was today. Thank you very much. And also longer-term supporters on Patreon and the channel members. Thank you very much for that support. It is appreciated. Now, into the chat. Let's open it up and see what's going on. Let's scroll. I'll get the super chat out of the way first. I think there was one here from Marcus. In fact, yes, I found it. €5. Join me in a cold one. I will do after the live stream, Marcus. It's quite warm today. Around 30, 31, I think. A nice day in the pool. Won't complain, but hot nonetheless. Getting warm. John. Talking to Al here, I think. So I'll get to the first one from John. From California. It's sunny and warm for a change. Yeah, I've had a bit of a crack at the weather in San Diego, considering that I haven't seen a day over 17 degrees for the last 3 months there. 26 today. But it depends on where you are. If you're close to the coast, cooler. Inland, hotter. Probably right, that is true. Al, who normally is in San Diego, today is in Turkey, Istanbul to be exact. Unable to join, going to Greece on a cruise. So obviously with mobility again, Alan. Barbara, hello, from the sunny northwest of England. So Barbara's back in the UK today. Thanks, Barbara, for that. John coming in from, not here today because granddad duties. You're going to have to catch up later. No worries, John. Chrissy, hot where she is, 38, I think that is. Excuse me. If I can read that there. 38 in the shade. Exploring with Jen, coming in from Valencia. Regular contributor is Jen with information as well, sending it to my email. Thank you very much for that, Jen. Greatly appreciated. Coming in from Valencia today. Jose Antonio coming in from the royal city that is Ciudad Real. David coming in from Adelaide, Australia, enjoying the insights into who I am. Thanks, David, for that. Jane and Pete coming in from Zaragoza. After spending past 2 days in Madrid, gorgeous weather. Vamos a Pamplona mañana. There we go. Off to the running of the bulls, is it? Must be soon. Thanks for that, Jane and Pete. Pamela coming in too. Hello and good evening to everyone. Good to see you guys. Noel coming in from Dublin. Ireland's been like Spain today. Everyone in summer clothes. Enjoy the days of summer there, Noel. I know how rare they can be. So enjoy it. Everyone get out and about. Enjoy the sun. Just heard Barcelona removing Airbnb from 2028. Hotel lobbyists involved. Not sure, but I'll have a look at that tomorrow, David. Somebody sent me through an interesting article on that fact. Larry, I'm just going to cough for a minute, so just give me 2 seconds, please. Sorry, just had a need to cough. Still with a bit of a cold, unfortunately. So trying to get over it. Not easy with this hot day, cooler nighttime temperatures. Not easy to get over it. Stephen coming in too. Sorry, we said hello to Larry there. Stephen coming in from not sure where. Good evening. Andrew coming in also from southeast London. Erica coming in from Terrassa, overcast and something there. Regina, Asturias today, cloudy, but get the sun a couple of times or 3 times a week. Thanks for that, Regina. YouTube is saying Spain is socialism. Nothing else works here. Right-wingers only want to raid the public coffer and bring the country to its knees. There we go. Manuel, great show. Nice to know what's going on. Thanks, Manuel, for that. I'm struggling, but I'll see if I can get through. Happy Verbena, the San Juan. Many of my documents, photocopies are going to be burnt. There we go. Gaz, smashing it, Stuart. Thanks for the updates. Thanks, Gaz, for that. Son just became a member. Thank you very much for that, Son. And Ola, thanks for jumping on board. I'm just going to cough again, if you guys don't mind, just to get it out of the way. Okay, back again. Just sort of getting a bit of a dry throat, unfortunately. The need to cough. Regina's saying, what do I know about bananas? They are super expensive. I heard about what happened after the storms. You haven't really noticed much of a price increase in bananas, Regina, but they could be expensive at the moment. Christine in the chat here. Good evening all. Hope the day finds us well. A bit hot today, but not totally unbearable in Madrid. Thanks, Christine, for that. Good to see you. Stephen also here, coming in from a warm North London. Olive oil without IVA is aceite de ol. There we go. A little play on words there. Oliva. IVA is the VAT here. David, thank you, real estate agent. Keep paying your debts. There we go. Don't know what that's about. Renan coming in from LA. Manuel saying that olive oil La Giralda brand in Australia, $62 for 4 litres. There we go. Donald coming in from San Diego. Valued member is Donald there. Don and Clara enjoying the show. Good to see you guys. Evo coming in from Malaga. Pretty hot there today, 34. Now, 34 in Malaga is hot with that humidity. That's what really gets you. Vaughan coming in from the west of Ireland. Ola. What else? Off-topic update here. I'm new to using sherry vinegar in Spanish food recipe. Any brands worth looking out for? Some to avoid? No, as far as vinegar is concerned, I think the majority of these sherry vinegars are quite good. Vinagre de Jerez, as it's called here. I've had some decent ones over the time. A unique taste, of course, quite strong. But yeah, just a good one from the supermarket would be fine, I think. What else? Since, Stuart, you are a fair-minded school teacher, could you tell us any conservative capitalist policies that you agree with? Not at the moment, Stephen. Not at the moment. It's not my place to say whether I agree with things or not. I just read the news here and that's about it. Sometimes I give an opinion on things if I think it's a silly thing or if I read something silly in the comments. But that's about it. That's about it. What else? Shirl. Spain has become a nightmare to live for lots of reasons, unfortunately. There we go. Chuck's coming in from Benalmádena. Did I hear about the short-term let ban in Barcelona? I did. Again, more about that tomorrow with an article that somebody sent me through, so we'll have a look at that. What else? Let's have a look. Text saying, remember the old Monty Python song, Torremolinos? No, I don't remember that one, no. Bartes coming in from where's that? La Amatia. Well, I can't even read that name there. La Amatia Del Mar, full sun, 31 degrees. Super chat from Pete and Jane. Thanks for that. No running with the ball. Seeing family in Pamplona, San Sebastián. Un vermut bituar en el tubo para ti. Thanks, Pete, for that. Appreciated, of course. There we go. Carmen likes the Borges brand in the US. You can get it as well. The Jose Andres brand as well. 2 recommendations there. Text saying that Ben Almadena was a hole back in the 1985 when went there on the honeymoon. Can't imagine how bad it is now. Don't know if it would have improved since then. Tex, I'm sure some people love it. Some people don't, of course. Sherry coming in from Ankara, Turkey. Hot and sunny there. Chris loves the podcast. Thanks, Chris. Thanks for the updates. You're welcome. And also thanks for joining as a member. Stephen's in Denmark saying thanks for that recommendation for that oil, Borges. Yeah, that's one that does spring to mind. Supermarket, any supermarket here, you'll be able to buy it, probably on Amazon as well. Grant's back in the chat. Greetings. Haven't seen Grant for a while. Still up there in Sierra, of course. And Chuck saying that it's full of expats. 2-bedroom flats coming in at 300,000. Not a S-hole anymore. Ha ha ha. Now I'm going to wrap the live stream up. Thank you very much for watching this evening. Thanks to the people that have supported the channel today. Appreciated. 2 more comments, chats have come through. Do I have any updates about Mallorca? No more updates regarding Mallorca. And Chelsea saying, thanks for the podcast and keeping us informed. Saludos from London. Chelsea Guy 70. Thanks for that. Thanks for watching. So that's it. Another regular news episode tomorrow. Live stream on Tuesday again, of course. Hope to see you then. Hasta luego. Hasta entonces. Adiós.